Ever wonder how a Hawaii street got its name? Well, every Thursday we have our Aloha Authentic segment to bring awareness to Hawaii's culture. Here now is Kamaka Pili with this week's segment, and he's on a street that many of us here on Oahu are familiar with.
Aloha mai, it's Kamaka Pili. Behind me is the area that we all know as Waikiki, but we're also standing in front of this stretch of road that's known as the Alawai Boulevard, named after this man-made waterway known as the Alawai Canal, which finished its construction in the year 1928 to remove a lot of the unsanitary and stagnant waters that sat here because of the once duck ponds and rice paddies that all resided in this area. Now, Alawai, it refers to the path of the fresh water. But if you know anything about the Alawai, especially if you're a canoe paddler or a kayaker, the last thing you want to do is flip in this water because it's anything but fresh water. So what is it referring to? Well, one point in history, we had three very prominent streams that flowed from the top of the Ko'olau Mountains down to the shores of Waikiki. They were named Kuekaunahi, Apuakehau, and Pi'inaio. And unfortunately, with the creation of this Alawai, it had removed those streams, and because of that, changed the ecology of this place very dramatically. Did you know? Now you do.
Very cool. And joining us now with more on Alawai Boulevard is Kamaka Pili. Good morning.
Good morning. Aloha.
And hello. And I just asked you this because I was anxious. Wait, but where were those streams? So Kamaka, where were those streams located?
So if we walk along the shores of Waikiki, there's the first stream we talked about is Kuekaunahi. So if we're on the zoo side of Waikiki, there's an area called Kapahulu Groin. If we know where the Prince Kuhio statue is located,
yes,
that is the area of Kapahulu Groin. That would be the river mouth of where Kuekaunahi once flowed into the ocean. Apuakehau, the second stream, the river mouth was located where Royal Hawaiian Center or Royal Hawaiian Hotel is situated today.
Okay.
And then the third stream, Pi'inaio, used to come out where the Hotel Ilikai is located today.
Oh, okay, so just down the road then.
Yep.
And when we're talking streams, big streams, little streams?
They were actually pretty prominent streams, yes.
Okay, very cool. So when they removed it, how did it completely change Waikiki?
So by removing the river mouths, it changed the topography, I don't know if that's the fancy, probably not, but the structure of the ocean floor. Okay. And what the ocean floor does to the top of the ocean and what happens underneath the ocean definitely results in the top. So by removing those streams and by changing the ocean floor, changed and removed a lot of the waves and the shore breaks that once broke over there. So actually there's one thing called big bluebirds in history, and bluebirds were known to be these 25 to 30 foot waves that once broke out in Waikiki, which we know Waikiki now today is very small waves, you know, very perfect to learn where to surf. But even thinking about that, 25 to 30 foot waves are going by the American scale. So if we're looking in a Hawaiian perspective and judging in the Hawaiian way, we always judge it by the back of the wave.
Right.
And in general, it's about double the size of the American scale. So you're thinking 50 to 60 foot waves breaking outside of Waikiki. That's unimaginable nowadays. But there is a man, Tuka Hanamoku, who is known as the godfather of modern surfing, who is known in history to catch a 1 mile long wave, a bluebird, from outside of Diamond Head all the way into shore of Waikiki. So it's just incredible to think of what had taken place there before.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had no idea. Are there any other kind of hidden gems like this about changes in Waikiki that we don't know
Talking to kupuna, like my tutu and other kupuna there, they always say before you even get into Waikiki, they would walk into this big cloud of just the scent of limu or seaweed, which nowadays we don't really get to see. Every so often I hear there are some seaweed that come onto the shores, but Waikiki was known for the limu that grew there. And there's many reasons why it's not there anymore. Couple reasons. One, for the amount of sunscreen that enters the ocean. Sunscreen blocks the oxygen, you know, floats on top of the ocean, blocks the oxygen from getting into the ocean and reaching the coral, so not allowing the seaweed to grow. So that's why there's a really big push with environmentally safe sunscreen nowadays, which is a great thing. Another thing too is our kupuna always went, and thinking about future generations, they always picked the seaweed, pinched off, leaving the roots in the coral. But in more modern days, a lot of people just go and they just pull the whole seaweed out, including the root system, which doesn't allow the seaweed to grow back. So because of that, results into no more seaweed anymore.
Interesting. Okay, good to know. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And there was so much more to talk about, but you can find his Aloha Authentic segments online, and we'll have a link to that on our website, KH102.com. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Awesome. Love the knowledge we get from you.